In the 1980s, Honda determined that it was insufficient to merely produce fast motorcycles. They needed to develop a muscle bike that would leave everyone utterly astonished. Consequently, the Honda Magna came into existence, a formidable beast equipped with a V engine that thundered like a muscle car on two wheels. Powerful, aggressive, and with an attitude that challenged Harleys and any other that stood in its way. Today, we are going to relive the history of this indomitable machine, the motorcycle that turned brute force into pure elegance. In the late 1970s, Honda, the renowned Japanese giant, had been consistently building its robust reputation for many years as the unrivaled monarch of reliability and innovation in the realm of motorcycles. Their engines were very durable, their designs always ahead of their time, and each time Honda released something new, the competition quaked. However, at that moment, the industry was undergoing big changes. American cruisers were dominating the streets, with Harley-Davidson and their massive B-twin engines establishing the benchmark. Nevertheless, Honda had a different concept. What if we utilized the engine from the CB series, but instead of crafting another naked bike or a touring motorcycle, we positioned it in a cruiser? What if, instead of making a laid-back bike for easy cruising, we designed something that could burn rubber on the road? The idea seemed bold, but Honda had always been a brand ready to take risks. After countless hours of rigorous testing, meticulous adjustments, and numerous in-depth discussions among the engineers, the Honda VF750C Magna came into existence. It was officially launched in the year 1982, and this machine was truly a formidable beast. The 748 cubic centimeter B engine, boasting an impressive 90 horsepower output, was a powerhouse that had previously been exclusively observed in high-performance sports motorcycles. Shaft drive, a farewell to the traditional chain, and a warm welcome to innovation. A cleaner and significantly lower maintenance transmission system, a futuristic design concept for that era. Sophisticated and assertive contours with a relaxed stance, yet aerodynamics are prepared for confrontation. Intense and powerful acceleration. It was a cruiser that not only appeared to be incredibly fast, but it truly was. While other cruisers were typically synonymous with relaxed and leisurely rides, the Magna was a machine of remarkable speed, substantial torque, and a bold attitude. In a realm dominated by loud and weighty UB twins, Honda placed its wager on advanced technology and sheer power. Integrating a sports engine into a cruiser chassis was an innovation that had never been witnessed before, and motorcyclists were absolutely thrilled. However, the narrative of the Magna did not conclude at that point. This marked merely the commencement of a new era in which Honda would demonstrate that a cruiser could be significantly more than merely a motorcycle designed for leisurely rides. Honda was not entirely satisfied. The VF750C Magna was undeniably crazy. However, Honda desired even more. More power, more speed, and more muscle. So in 1983, they decided to raise the stakes even higher. They crafted a powerful beast on wheels, the Honda V65 Magna 1100. And when I mention monster, I'm certainly not exaggerating. A BQ engine with an impressive 1099 cubic centimeters, a four-cylinder powerhouse capable of shaking the asphalt. 116 horsepower, an exceptionally enormous figure for a cruiser motorcycle of that particular era. Incredible acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in merely 3.3 seconds. A quarter mile covered in under 11 seconds, swifter than numerous four-wheel sports automobiles. It was madness. Until that moment, cruisers were relaxed bikes, made to enjoy the road, not to devour it. But Honda decided it was time to change the rules. The V65 Magna was the first muscle bike in motorcycling history. Let's be honest, it was much more than a simple touring bike. It was basically a dragster cleverly disguised as a cruiser. It could beat almost anything on the street in acceleration, and the best part was that it did it with style. Not only was it fast, but it also had an impressive design with aggressive lines and an engine that looked like it came from a spaceship. A cruiser with the essence of a superbike. Honda had crafted an iconic masterpiece. However, this is where the narrative becomes truly fascinating. Because when a brand elevates the stakes, sooner or later, someone inevitably responds. And in this particular instance, that someone was Yamaha. Because in the year 1985, Yamaha observed the V65 Magna and thought, oh indeed. Do you truly believe you are the swiftest? Well, kindly hold on to my drink. The outcome was the Yamaha VMAX, a motorcycle that took the muscle bike competition to a whole new level. The showdown was set. Honda thought it had the most powerful bike on the market with the V65 Magna. However, Yamaha later launched the VMAX 1200, which changed the competition dynamics a lot. Yamaha didn't just want to join in, it aimed to smash timing records. With an impressive 145 horsepower, an extraordinary figure for the V-Boost system, this innovation caused the motorcycle to erupt with immense power at elevated revolutions. Essentially, it was a variable induction mechanism that activated additional valves at 6,000 RPM and unleashed chaos up to 9,000 RPM, delivering acceleration from another realm. The B-Max was akin to a missile in a straight trajectory. However, Honda was not left trailing. The Magna 1100 remained a formidable beast. With a more sophisticated engine and tremendous torque from low RPM, it didn't require reaching high revs to surge forward like a locomotive. Consequently, an everlasting debate emerged among enthusiasts: raw power or harmonious balance? An untamable creature or a more refined muscle machine? The enthusiasts of the B-Max laughed heartily in the face of the Magna, asserting that the Yamaha was indeed the swiftest in a straight trajectory, and they were indeed correct. However, the devoted fans of the Magna retorted, "The Magna is considerably more manageable, more polished, and practical for everyday use. You don't need to be reckless to appreciate it." Thus, the rivalry persisted. Two iconic motorcycles, two distinct ideologies, yet the same ultimate muscle machine. But this is where Honda made an unforeseen decision. Rather than continuing to vie for dominance in the muscle bike arena, it opted to alter its trajectory. The year 1986 seemed like the conclusion of the powerhouse, or so it seemed. When Honda ceased the production of the Magna 1100, the enthusiasts were left without their cherished muscle bike. Where was their powerhouse? Where was the motorcycle that caused the B-Max to tremble with apprehension? Nevertheless, Honda was in no rush whatsoever. They patiently waited nearly a decade before reintroducing the Magna. After halting the production of the Magna 1100 in 1986, Honda didn't want their muscle motorcycle to disappear without a contest. So in 1987, they unveiled a motorcycle that today is considered a collector's gem, the Honda Super Magna. And with that name, Super Magna, you can already envision what Honda had in mind: a revolutionary and more aggressive design. The Super Magna wasn't merely an update of the Magna 750. It was a complete redesign with a more aggressive and modern attitude. It featured a V engine of 748 cubic centimeters inherited from the previous Magna, but with enhancements in power and smoothness. An elevated 4x2 exhaust system gave it a fierce look with two exits on each side. A robust design with more futuristic lines, trimmed fenders, and a more sculpted seat. And most importantly, it looked like nothing else on the road. Power and performance. A V engine with the essence of a superbike. When it comes to performance, the Super Magna certainly did not fall short of expectations. While it wasn't quite as untamed as the Magna 1100, it still delivered an impressive 87 horsepower at 9,500 revolutions per minute. An engine that truly delighted in revving up to its limits. A top speed exceeding 200 kilometers per hour, which is exceptionally impressive for a cruiser motorcycle. A fierce and vigorous acceleration. It was capable of completing the quarter mile in under 12 seconds. This motorcycle seamlessly blended the comfort and ease of a cruiser with the sporty and dynamic character of a superbike. So why did it not become a resounding success? The Super Magna was indeed a motorcycle that was ahead of its time. It possessed a distinctive aesthetic, remarkable mechanics, and a more radical attitude compared to numerous cruisers of that particular era. However, the marketplace was not adequately prepared for it during the 1980s. Riders who sought power and speed opted for superbikes, while those desiring a cruiser leaned towards more relaxed and traditionally styled motorcycles. So the Super Magna got stuck between two worlds. It was a unique model, loved by its loyal owners, but it didn't sell enough for Honda to keep investing in its development. That's precisely why it was solely produced during the years 1987 and 1988, evolving into a rare and collectible motorcycle. In 1994, it made a return, albeit with a fresh approach. Honda introduced the second-generation Magna 750, and although the name remained unchanged, the essence had transformed. It was equipped with a V engine boasting 748 cubic centimeters, a robust heart, yet without the wildness of the V. It showcased a more cruiser-oriented design, smoother contours, more streamlined, and more concentrated on providing comfort. Still swift? yet more sophisticated. It retained its athletic essence, but it was no longer the ferocious beast of the 1980s. This is exactly where Honda lost its competitive advantage. While they were betting on a more polished and approachable muscle motorcycle, Yamaha continued to dominate with the B-Max, which remained the undisputed monarch of acceleration. The Magna 750 of the 1990s was indeed swift, but it was no longer the wild and untamed beast of the 1980s. The issue was that the market was not demanding a well-balanced sport cruiser. They desired raw and unbridled power. They wanted madness. And so, the Magna became a niche motorcycle loved by its fans. But it never dominated the market again. And in 2003, Honda removed it from the catalog. And with that conclusion, the tale of one of the most legendary muscle motorcycles in history reached its end. Even though the Honda Magna vanished from production in 2003, its legacy continues to endure. It was among the pioneering muscle bikes, demonstrating that a cruiser could indeed be both swift and aggressive. Its powerful engine and fierce acceleration characterized an entire era. Unlike other more conventional Hondas, the Magna possessed a distinct personality and unique character, capturing individuals who pursued power without compromising on style. Today, it continues to be a cult classic motorcycle with dedicated enthusiasts who restore, modify, and maintain it on the roads. Will it ever make a comeback? No one truly knows, but its indomitable spirit continues to roar. The Honda Magna was a motorcycle that defied conventional norms. It wasn't merely a typical cruiser, nor was it exactly a superbike. It was something uniquely in between. A powerful beast, elegantly disguised. Although Honda never reintroduced it, its enduring legacy persists. And every time an enthusiast starts up a Honda Magna and hears that V-engine roar, its spirit lives on. Its narrative continues to unfold because legends never truly perish. They simply await the opportune moment to roar once more. And if you are interested in uncovering the tale of its formidable adversary, the Yamaha V-Max, click on this video and we'll see you there.